So let's start by bringing one of our height filled masks. So I'm going to bring in the curvature mask that we created, and I want to just see what we can do with this. So let's create an AI standard surface shader, and then let's create an AI mix shader. And what we want to do is just bring our Icelandic material, our rock cliff, and our AI standard surface and put them both into the mix shader. And then we want to use our curvature mask. We use the red channel as a mask. Let's just set up the standard surface first. Set that to a 1, the weight, turn the spec off. This is just a test shader, so and then we'll just bring this down a little bit. Now we need to just apply this to our geometry. So again, assign material to viewport selection. Now let's do a test render. So you can see we're getting a nice effect here with our curvature. We're really sort of highlighting those peaks. So you could, do snow and things with this kind of mask. We're not going to do that. We're going to make this kind of a lighter shade of rock. So with this, what we'll do is we'll import another rock material from Megascans now, and we'll swap out our standard surface with that. So let's go and grab another Icelandic material, say Icelandic jagged rock, that'll do. Now before we send that in, let's turn off apply materials to selection. So let's open up the Hypershade, make that full screen, and let's just export to Maya. So here it is, the jagged rock material, and again, no displacement, we don't want that, so let's just turn that off there. And let's just create an AI color correct node, and we're going to use this to affect the albedo here, so we want it to be a tad lighter, so let's just drop that in there and into the base color. And then in the AI color correct, we can go to the exposure and just increase it a little bit. So let's make it 0.5. That's just going to hopefully lighten this up a bit so that we can get this nice standout color with the mix shader. So instead of our standard surface, let's just drop our jagged rock material in. And before we forget, let's also increase the tiling to, let's say, 40. And let's minimize that and just have a quick look, see what that's done. So it's not immediately obvious, but it's a very subtle effect. You can see it perhaps just a little bit here, but if we increase the exposure a little bit of our color correct, just do it by 1. You can see now it's quite obvious. So that's a good start. We'll go with that for now. And then next we'll break up our rock textures with some noise, just so the tiling is less obvious.